It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really... Tonight, it's the Washington Wizards as they'll be playing against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. Looking at the Bulls, their first time playing these guys this season. A year ago, going 1-2. They'd like to improve on that this go-around. And tonight, a chance to see the continued development of Lauri Markkanen, the 7-foot sharpshooter out of Finland. Kenny.
Wow. Not too many Finnish basketball players, but he's comes from a basketball family. Both his parents actually played pro hoops. Now, that's the first ever pick in the first round for Finland.
And he's able to finish around the rim.
Made history in Finland. Somewhat underrated as an athlete, but he's another 7-footer out there shooting threes. I hate it, but you gotta love it.
No question.
Why do we have to love it if you hate it?
Because I'm not a shooter.
I know.
PRIMERAS, baby.
What is that?
Prolific, most frequently scorer.
Okay.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.
That's what it means.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. You can hear the roar here at the United Center. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, John Wall was the #1 overall pick in 2010, but he still thinks he's got a lot left to prove. Now, a bone spur in his knee held him back for several years. He's gotten the surgery now, and he says some people get their success early. Some get theirs late. I feel like my time is just beginning. Kevin?
Certainly one to watch, David. Thanks. Opening night of the regular season, blue sky for every team, Doris. Optimism is high. Players thinking about all the possibilities ahead.
No doubt. It's a time of tremendous optimism for both the teams and the fans of these teams. And the culmination of the work you put into the offseason, who's improved their skill level, who's added a dimension to their offensive game. We're all salivating for the start of this year.
Cannot wait.
Go.
So off the tip, it's Washington's ball. So we'll look at the starters for the Wizards. Beal and Porter, the talented wing set. Inside, we've got Morris and Howard. And it's Wall in at the point guard position.
How good is that pass from John Wall? My man doing some work right now.
Howard with the steal. And here we go. Washington fast break. Beal can't get it to go.
Boy, I didn't think he had a chance of stopping that lay-in. What a gutsy defensive play.
Parker passes to Markkanen. Back to Parker. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Parker kicks to Dunn. Markkanen in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Back to Dunn. No good on the 3. And Porter, here we go. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Oh,
goodness.
Wow.
Body control, flair for the dramatic. Levine in style.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
To the wing right side. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
For Washington, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Parker against Porter. Passes it to Beal. Howard with a screen on Levine. Beal dishes to Howard. They double team Howard. It's stolen by Carter. Here's Parker. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Parker's got his first points of the game.
Boy, George Gervin-esque with the feathery touch on the finger roll. Don't see that too much anymore.
Howard kicks to Wall. Hits the three-point bomb.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
Pass to Parker. Markkanen with it, guarded by Porter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
And that's what Howard is known for, that lockdown defense, which is truly suffocating.
Washington leading now by 5. And Dwight Howard this past offseason on the move, Greg, once again.
And Howard traded from Charlotte to Brooklyn soon after bought out by Brooklyn, making him a free agent. He's hopped from team to team over the last few years, and you wonder if he'll find a place to finish out his career.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now, here's Dunn. 6 to shoot. Here's Carter. He gets that one.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
He used that pick to perfection. Wall's got 6.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Outside, Levine. To to the middle and stolen by Howard. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Beal's running. Here's Wall. That one no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Left side Levine. Markkanen kicks to Parker. Run against Wall. 11 feet away. Rebounded by Howard. Tipped away. Levine against Beal. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Bradley Beal has turned himself into more than just a perimeter shooter. This guy can go off the dribble drive. He can score at the rack. That's nice.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Valentine's checked in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Valentine. He's covered by Beal. Back to Markkanen. They set the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Valentine. Banked in off the glass. Valentine's got his first points of the night.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
Ball passes to Howard. To the paint. And Howard with the stuff.
And Howard has great timing on these alley-oops. As long as the pass is spot on, he's clear for takeoff.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And Greg, last season there were some signs that maybe some of his teammates didn't like playing with John Wall. Why would they say that?
You know, Wall sits almost every season in the top 3 in assists. Not a stat you associate with selfishness. Sometimes it's really about personality.
Portis is checked in for the Bulls. And a switcher also for Washington. Green, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Bulls trail by 8. Levine kicks to Portis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. You know, Doris, certain guards just have a knack for scoring in the post. When you think of that list, I'm sure there are a couple right at the top that come to mind.
Yeah, well, who don't you want to deal with in the low post out of the guard position? I'll give you one. Dwayne Wade. If he's on the post with a back-down dribble that he can use to his advantage, turn the lights out. Here's another guy, Sean Livingston. Unbelievable length, plays at his own pace. Both guys are nightmares in the post. Good luck checking either one.
Now, here's Howard. Here's Wall. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. And it's 8 points for John Wall.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Portis drives in. Back to Levine. Portis the screen. Levine passes to Valentine. It's Parker outside. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Green, no luck.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
Portis kicks to Parker. And the 3 off target. Wizards leading by 7. Knocked loose. Here's Levine. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
I'll tell you, 13th pick in the 2014 draft. Levine still with plenty of upside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. First free throw is good. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Kelly Oubre comes in for Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Beal. And Satoransky subbed in for John Wall.
When the Washington Wizards are healthy, you know that their game is to get out and transition. But you think back to a year ago, they lost John Wall for half of those games. So that really took its toll on their transition ability.
Outside Portis. here's Valentine. He's tightly guarded. He's looking for Portis and finds him. And that one, good. Portis has got 5 points so far.
That's how it's done, gentlemen. You don't pass to a player, you pass to a spot. Let your teammate run into it.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's Valentine, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, Levine finding the open man. The difference for him right now, playing under control.
Some changes for Chicago. Lopez comes in for Carter, and Justin Holiday subbed in for Jabari Parker. And talking about the effect of Wall's absence last year, Doris, it also hurt their ability to create turnovers.
Well, the two go hand in hand, Kevin, because steals obviously lead to transition opportunities. And John Wall, of course, one of the very best in the league at turning you over and then going to the other end to get an easy one.
And both offenses in rhythm here to start the game.
Boy, these teams can't miss so far. If you love good offense, this is your game.
Now, here's Valentine. Over to the left wing. Lopez a screen. Holiday dishes to Lopez. Green with the block. And he recovers it. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Levine. And it's good with time running down in the shot clock. Levine's got his second bucket tonight.
Tell you, feeling the contact and concentration to finish through it. Nice by Levine.
Rivers kicks to Oubre. Satoransky the pass to Rivers. Over Holiday. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
The Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. He's off on the first.
Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And Washington making a change here. Meeks is checked in. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Oubre. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Oubre has got his first 2 points of the night.
You see the athleticism and the length. Oubre able to get his shot off inside. That's a high percentage look for that young man.
Levine dishes to Lopez. That one doesn't go. And Washington the other way now. Inside, Oubre. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to Levine. Now the pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
That's what you call high percentage right there, Kev. He is so hard to handle at point-blank range.
Satoransky against Levine. Satoransky gets the bucket.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
To the right side. Here's Lopez. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. And so it's Washington, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Back to the action after this word. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, you know, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I mean, tremendous ball and body movement to start this game.
I think they're moving the basketball incredibly well and getting to the right spots on the floor, and it's really providing easy opportunities.
Dunn and Holiday team up in the backcourt. Robin Lopez out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Valentine in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Bradley Beal became a first-time All-Star in 2018, but he knows the next step is becoming a better leader. He said, sometimes I can be nonchalant, locked into myself and not saying anything. It's just my personality, and as a leader, you can't be that way. You have to encourage your teammates and don't be afraid to say things. Don't be afraid to be a leader. Kevin?
Good story, D.A. Thank you. Back to Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Dunn. And the 3 off target. Washington leading now by 7. Here's Satoransky. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
You know, Kelly Oubre is an X factor for the Wizards. Last season, stepping into the 6-man role. Still very young. He could help take them to the next level.
Now, here's Dunn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers. Dunn showing great vision.
Satoransky against Dunn. Mahinmi a screen. And Satoransky kicks to Mahinmi. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Morris is checked in. Outside Holiday. Here's Markkanen. And the rejection by Mahinmi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahinmi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Here's Dunn after the basket by Washington. They set the screen. Out to the wing. Rebound, Washington.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
Bulls making a switch here. Parker's checked in, and then for Washington, Howard's checked in for Mahinmi. Bradley Beal comes in for Oubre, and John Wall subbed in for Satoransky. Now here's Beal, following the miss by Chris Dunn. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, so it's Chicago now. Bulls trail by 8. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Carter, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Porter's checked in for the Wizards. Dunn passes to Carter. Parker kicks to Markkanen. Dunn outside. Back to Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Tipped away. It's stolen by Morris. Wall against Dunn. Wall passes to Morris. On the wing. That one wide left.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
Well, certainly a disappointing result, but they'll live with the shot. You know, they'll take that every time.
Stolen by Markkanen. And now Parker pushing it up. Going back to stop him. And the dunk by Parker.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Done against Wall. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's foul number 2 for him.
Okay, now you've got to dial down the intensity a bit, right? That's his second foul, and we still got a ways to go before halftime.
Porter kicks to Wall. On the wing, Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Wall's shot is off. Bulls trail by 6 to the inside. Wall with the steal. The 15-footer. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Now Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Markkanen can't get it to go. The Wizards have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Fires it up, and it's Wall. That time the assist by Porter. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
Catch and shoot opportunities, more efficient. Wall gaining confidence every year in that shot.
Wizards leading by 8. Takes the 13-footer. Howard can't hit. And Chicago shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Markkanen kicks to Dunn. Carter sets the pick for Dunn. And stolen by Howard. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Wizards lead.
Well, the speed and athleticism of Bradley Beal on display, streaking out for the early offense.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And guys, Dwight Howard, a top 20 all-timer in rebounding, an 8-time All-Star center. Greg, will he be a Hall of Famer someday, you think?
Oh, he's a lot to be a Hall of Famer when you look at those numbers. Not to mention a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, and at his peak, one of the most impactful big men we've seen in the game.
Chicago with the ball, trailing by 10.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And here is Dunn, following Markieff Morris's 3. On the wing, Levine. He's guarded by Rivers. Levine against Rivers. 4 on the clock. Levine dishes to Carter to end the run. Bank shot, no good. Wizards leading by 13. And Wall kicks to Rivers. It's deflected.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
That's in there. Carter with the assist. Markkanen's got his first 2 points of the night. All with it. He's got 10. Pass to Howard. Over Carter. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
And that's just super strength there by Howard. So good at connecting on these shots despite the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And oh, here we go. Wall, nobody back. And Wall slams it home.
Well, when you combine good anticipation skills with real length, it is what makes Porter so dangerous picking up steals.
That drive by Carter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
You know, Doris, for a long time, few people realized how efficient the three-point shot can be, the extra point making such a difference. Why do you think it took a while for that thought process to hold?
Well, I think obviously we have advanced metrics, and the reason we have advanced metrics is there are more ways to monitor the things that happen between the lines, right? There are cameras everywhere. We can track people's data via computer programs. But I think one of the interesting things to me, Kevin, is that Steph Curry really has changed the logistics of what defines a quality shot. Here's a guy who steps across half court, and when he does, he's in range. So the influence of Steph Curry cannot be understated.
Great example. The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
You see, Markieff Morris to me is a guy I want on my team. He came into the league as a tremendous mid-range shooter, but he understands today's NBA, you need the three-point ball as part of your arsenal, and he's worked to get it. You know he's going to rebound, he's going to defend at a high level. I love Markieff Morris.
It's stolen by Morris. And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. Green draws the double, and that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. You're talking about Morris. You need guys on the roster who complement everyone, yet give you consistent production.
Maybe the best attribute of Markieff Morris is the edge he plays with, because when he's engaged, he can give you a level of physicality that's crucial in today's NBA. There's a tough guy attitude that he wears on his sleeve, and I love it.
Here's Carter, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
I'll tell you, this guy does some tough work on the glass, battles as hard as anybody for those second chance opportunities.
Wall passes to Rivers. And there's the feed to Mahinmi. Carter with the block. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Chicago.
And they've been avoiding those deep threes. They're capable of knocking those shots down from long range, but so far they've really been reluctant to let it fly from that free throw line extended three-point shot. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Passes it to Parker. He kicks it to Carter. Parker dishes to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Portis, the pass to Levine. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You simply have to account for him on the perimeter no matter what. Levine with a beautiful catch and shoot.
Outside, Wall. That one doesn't go. Nice D from Levine. Lots of room. Rebounded by the Wizards. They'll be playing host to Miami for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
This guy lightning fast in the open court. It's hard to keep up with John Wall.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq, and you gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 14 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And it's just about time.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. An exceptional performance from John Wall.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
I don't think there's any question that that's an added bonus for this team, Greg. I'll be interested to see, can he keep it up in the second half?
We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Bulls trail by 18. So the Wizards 5 right now. Porter and Morris make up the forward spots. All at point with Beal to his side. They're the deadly backcourt pair. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. A nice shot by Wall.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Markkanen a screen on Beal. Beal with the steal. Pass to Wall. Morris with the screen for Wall. He feeds it to Howard. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Well, the Bulls shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer, Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got 5.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
And Wall with the slam.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better, he's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
From past the arc, and again, Washington with the triple.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Chicago calls timeout. Every team looking for long limb guys in the wing, Doris. Otto Porter is ascending up that list.
Yeah, Otto Porter is a guy who can do a little bit of everything. He can rebound, he can defend multiple positions, he's got the length to create turnovers, and of course that big-time range gives you a lot of spacing on the offensive end of the floor.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bulls. Dunn passes to Levine. And again, no good by Chicago.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Screen by Howard. The pass to Beal. The 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bulls have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. In the corner, it's Levine. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Dwight Howard. Last season, he played outstanding. 3rd in rebounding, 7th in blocks, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And as you said, a top 3 rebounder last season. He just seems to know how the shot's going to come off the rim, and he always hustles to get there. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Oubre kicks to Wall. Shoots it. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
And what a great start to the second half. They've hit everything they've looked at thus far.
Pass to Lopez. Now, here's Dunn. Lopez, a screen on Beal. Levine, and all around the rim that time before dropping in. Levine's got 9 points.
Well, in a screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
They set the screen. Got a piece of it. Howard trying to free himself up, and he gets the bucket. He's got 13.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Markkanen kicks to Lopez. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Markkanen sets the pick for Levine. Another 3 for Chicago.
Just an understanding of how to come off a screen, and Levine does as good a job creating space as anyone in the NBA.
Wall dishes to Beal. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Morris with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Bobbed up there for Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Well, John Wall understands how to take command of the offense. Outstanding read right there.
Chicago calls timeout. And Markieff Morris out of Kansas. A spread 4, as they say.
And able to strike it from anywhere on the floor. A good secondary scorer who can also create his own shot on the block at times.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Denzel Valentine comes in for Jabari Parker. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Zach Levine. And then for Washington, Jody Meeks comes in for Markieff Morris. And Satoransky is subbed in for John Wall. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Valentine. That shot misses. Great D that time from Howard. Satoransky against Dunn. And Satoransky kicks to Howard. Beal gets a wide open look. But they'll get another chance. Over in the corner, Meeks. Passes it to Satoransky. Now here's Howard. Defended by Portis. Outside for Beal. Screened by Howard. Another shot. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them. And here are the Bulls now. Dunn passes to Lopez. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded by Meeks. Holiday dishes to Lopez. And that one, good. Lopez has got 6.
Well, the height advantage in this matchup becomes a big factor when he's in the low box.
Here's Satoransky. He's got 8. There's Beal with the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Lopez a screen. Holiday goes in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. With the break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. In the 3rd spot, Dwight Howard.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
The first free throw is good. Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for Oubre, and it's Rivers in for Beal. And he can't hit the second.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Washington's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. Mahimi kicks to Rivers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with his development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Rivers hits both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. Dunn kicks to Portis. Back to Dunn. Pass to Holiday. Here's Lopez. Poked loose. It's stolen by Mahimi. Rivers in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists now in this one. Bulls have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Knocks it loose. Holiday against Rivers. Dunn outside. 5 to shoot. Back to Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Thursday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
And that matchup against the Hornets, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
High post shot, and it falls over the rim and in. Green's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this 2nd half.
Satoransky, the pass to Mahimi. Back to Satoransky. Bucket is good. Satoransky's got 10.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Valentine wide open. He fires. That's in. Coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 5 assists tonight. Now Sadaransky. 10 points for him. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Cameron Payne comes in for Chris Dunn. And a change for the Wizards. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Jody Meeks. Mahinmi a screen. Here's Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
The Wizards have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And Jeff Green drops them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Chicago's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Carter sets the pick for Payne. Stolen by Sadaransky. Lays it in off the breakaway. He's got 12.
And that's another fast break bucket. And this is the pace, though, guys, that's been working for him.
You know, I think, Greg, the faster the tempo, the better they are. And I love the pace they're playing with right now.
Carter with the block. And they'll keep possession. John Wall getting it done for Washington. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Back right after this. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Get it back, guys. Get it back, okay? Let's start.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Wizards shooting a scorching 68% in the game. We've got Payne, and it's Felicio in at the 4. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Here's Rivers. Mahinmi trying to get open. A nice shot by Rivers. Rivers has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards. Payne kicks to Ashik. The kick out to Holiday. Good on the three-point shot.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now the pass to Green. Tries it from 19. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Holiday, the pass to Felicio. That one good for 2.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
And Sadaransky kicks to Green. Smith with a screen on Holiday. The drive by Green and stolen by Payne. Here's Felicio and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
He used that pick just right.
Yeah, and that's how the lead has gotten stretched to the point it has. I mean, too many good looks being given up way too easily.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Felicio. Passes to Payne from deep three-point range. Goes back up. Hutchison's shot is off. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Rivers, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Outside Holiday. Hutchison passes to Usher. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
For the Wizards, Kelly Oubre comes in for Jason Smith. And it's Brown in for Sadaransky. Well, the league is always looking for ways to adjust the rules, make them better. There's a committee that studies this every single year, and you know, with that in mind, Doris, any rules you think they should alter or tweak?
Yeah, there's absolutely one, Kevin, and I think this goes to the point where perhaps we can have some more uniformity in the FIBA-ruled games that are played and the NBA. And there's one thing that's occurred in international play where players are becoming more athletic, and the opportunity for electric stuff to happen in transition is critical. To me, we have got to stop the intentional fouls, which are prohibiting fast breaks and all the potential for the explosive, exciting athleticism to be on display. So that, to me, is something we've got to address.
I'm with you. Mahinmi with the screen for Green. Again, the Wizards score. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Outside Holiday. Asik the screen for Holiday. Back to Payne. Felicio kicks to Payne. Shot clock at 6. Asik the screen for Holiday. Back to Asik. Layup off the pick. Rebound by the Wizards.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A nice shot by Rivers.
Oh, since the break, his efficiency has gone up a notch, looking really polished now.
Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Oubre with the steal by himself and finished off by Oubre.
Kelly Oubre, because of his athleticism, he can swipe it at any time.
Feeds it to Asik. Knocked away. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Oubre, no one around him. No good on the triple. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. And here's Payne. Oubre kicks to Rivers. Over Payne, and Asik sends it back. Wow! And it's Omer Asik with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Wizards making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. Green passes to Oubre. Oubre sets the screen for Rivers. Lock at 6. To the middle. Green breaking loose. The shot by Mahinmi, no good.
Not the kind of strong finish it should have been. Something threw him off.
Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Yep, that one goes in there. Rivers has got 6 here in this quarter.
Boy, you have got to love the dime, the pass on time and on target.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago to stop the drought. And the basket by Hutchison.
I tell you, there are players who can get thrown off when they're that wide open, but this guy keeps his cool and doesn't rush it.
Rivers kicks to Oubre. Rivers with it. Now guarded by Payne. Holiday with the block. And they're able to recover.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's good for Meeks. You always hear coaches preaching consistency. Doris, what enables that kind of night in, night out reliability?
Well, I think a lot goes into it, and you can start with pride, Kevin. If you're putting in the kind of preparation necessary, then you're going to take a certain amount of pride in the things you do on a night-by-night basis. Things aren't always going to go your way, but it's not how you end the night. It's how do you respond in the middle of the game when things are going against you. Calls haven't gone your way, or perhaps there's a bad matchup. What's your response? So a lot of things go into consistency, and it's why we take special pride covering players who pride themselves on being available.
And one of the most admired things you have, too, as well.
Correct. Michael Jordan loved to play every night.
And Jody Meeks gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Payne, and it goes down 2 points.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
For Washington, they've gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mahinmi, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, you look at a guy like Jan Mahimi who plays the center position, and certainly that's a position that's evolving in today's NBA game. And Mahimi has done his best to change with it. Changed his diet to become a little bit lighter and more mobile, which is crucial.
Doris, you mentioned Mahimi changing his diet. He said that was not easy for him.
Well, Kevin, his weaknesses are French food and sweets. He describes himself as a big-time chocolate guy. But you understand, if you're Jan, that you need to change your body type in order to be effective and increase your longevity.
Right side, Green. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Felicio, the pass to Holiday. Well, the league taking steps, Doris, to reform the draft lottery, flattening out the odds, doing a variety of things just to analyze the way it works, the mechanics. Do you think the change will be enough?
Well, again, I think this goes back to the leadership at the top of the NBA, and the right man is in charge in Adam Silver. And as is typical to Adam Silver, everything happens with a very measured approach in terms of reform. You do a little bit, and then you evaluate. But I think Adam has made it clear that the change they made to the draft lottery was nothing more than a first step. Now, where do we go from here? That remains to be seen.
Rivers gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Right, really a disappointing effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on it.
Greg, I agree. He'd better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. That's good from Payne. Payne hits them both. Saransky's checked in for Washington. Knocks it loose.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Wizards.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Wall.
Boy, what a security blanket this guy has been on the offensive end. He made sure they didn't suffer any cold spells, and anytime the offense started to get stagnant, they could get him the basketball, and he'd get them in the right position.
He hits the second from the line.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
And they're moving it up. Here's Felicio. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now, here's Satoransky. Mahimi a screen. And Satoransky kicks to Mahimi. Back to Satoransky. Clock at 6. Over in the corner, Green. Shoots. They get the rebound. Pass to Meeks. And here's Oubre. Satoransky with it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful